Hello, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., and I'm the creator of the Smart Money Manuscript. But Tim, what is the Smart Money Manuscript? The Smart Money Manuscript is your roadmap to financial freedom. Inside this powerful course designed to transform your financial future, I've meticulously condensed over 1,000 of my public YouTube videos into 40 highly efficient lessons that span just 2.5 hours. This course is strategically designed into 4 phases to help guide your learning in the most logical and effective way possible. Phase 1 lays the groundwork, covering essential financial literacy like budgeting, banking, and taxes. In phase 2, you'll move beyond the basics, learning about brokerage accounts, figuring out how much you need for your own individual retirement. You learn about how to do fundamental research on companies, and you'll also learn how to conduct technical analysis by looking at stock charts. Phase 3 empowers you to build a robust portfolio and leverage your capital using advanced techniques like options and futures, and it also teaches you the importance of backtesting your strategies. Finally, phase 4 takes a deep dive into the advanced ICT concepts, giving you a professional edge. Each lesson includes a short quiz to help solidify your understanding. By the end of this journey, you'll have the confidence and tool that you need to make intelligent investing decisions, manage your money without fear or ambiguity. So if you want to be a long-term buy and hold investor, if you want to be a swing trader, if you want to be a day trader, if you want to trade stocks, if you want to trade options, if you want to trade futures, the Smart Money Manuscript is for you for $69.99. Yes, $69.99 for all of this here. Good evening, everybody. Hopefully everybody doing well tonight. Check my audio tonight. Sound a little bit low. Let me speak up. Let me talk a little louder, if you will. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. As I talk a little louder, bring the mic a tad bit closer. Might help if I open up my trading view if we gonna be doing some tape reading. What y'all think? Y'all think that's a good idea? Right. Now, good evening, everybody. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. It's not on my shirt today, but it's still behind me. That just means big spot if you don't hablo Espanol. Got to move this a little bit because I got to be able to rest my arm, right? And you're tuned to another episode of Facilitation February. We've come to the end of the lectures, and we are now focusing on the tape reading portion. We're tape reading for the remainder of this week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the tape reading sessions are 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 a.m. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the tape reading sessions are 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's to give everybody an opportunity to be able to look at the charts in real time and see if we can focus on some of the signatures that we have been studying throughout the month concerning the ICT concepts. Share this with a friend if you feel like they can get something out of it. But let them know this is not a signal service. I will not be calling out trades. I would not be telling you when to enter, when to exit, or anything like that. I'm not here to bash anybody's concepts. I will not be using any indicators. I will only be looking at the NQ futures. I'm not looking at any other tickers. We're just reading price action on the NQ futures together to see if we can identify the signatures based off the ICT concepts. If you don't trade ICT and you don't like ICT and you don't like people who trade ICT, the door is over there and you can see yourself out. Now, drop one of the clues bomb for everybody that's tuning in tonight. Shout out to people that's in Zoom, because y'all probably did not hear that because I'm not sharing my sound inside Zoom right now. Because in Zoom, if I'm not sharing my screen, I have to go in and manually share my sound. So again, drop one of the clues bombs for everybody that's tuned in tonight, and give yourself a round of applause for pulling up and trying to do something to advance or better, if you will, your capability of reading price action. Who we got up in here tonight? Who in here tonight? Well, I'm looking to see who up in here tonight. Shout out my girl Rhonda Green, man. Rhonda Green be writing books, man. She be writing books. Go to rhondagreen.com and support my sister, man. This is one of the books that she wrote right here. I purchased it. I read like a half a paragraph. I told her I was going to read the book, and I read a half of paragraph, and I read the whole paragraph about the author. So I read a paragraph and a half. No. A matter of fact, I read this whole thing here. So I read 2.5 paragraphs. I read this whole thing here, right? I read about the author, and then I read like about a paragraph inside the book. So I did a lot of reading in this book right here, right? And she got another book that I bought. It's a digital download. It's called Before the Butterflies. Right, this is 40 questions before a first date, and the other one called Before the Butterflies. Go to rhondagreen.com and y'all check it out. I keep putting this book in the wrong place, and that drives me crazy when my stuff don't be in the right order. Right, boom, rhondagreen.com. Right. Who we got up in here? I see Here to Learn and Share over there in the tube. I see. Is that Will? Man, I ain't seen Will in a month of Sundays, man. What's going on? We got Will over there in YouTube. Who else we got over there in YouTube? I see more numbers than I see names. I see a whole lot more numbers than I see names. Rhonda. That's how I got to remember how to spell Rhonda name. I got to say Rhonda. Rhonda Green. That's AI Rhonda Green right there. Right? That's AI Rhonda Green. This is real Rhonda Green right there. AI Rhonda Green, real Rhonda Green. AI Rhonda Green, real Rhonda Green. Real Rhonda Green wrote the books. AI Rhonda Green, I'm not sure what AI Rhonda Green did, but the real Rhonda Green, she wrote the books. She got some stuff about mentorship on there. I ain't know nothing about that. Go look at her site and see what's going on.
You know, I be doing everything.
There's some other stuff on there. It says 7 ways to find your. Hey, it's a bunch of stuff on there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I be halfway listening when people be talking. Right? How much is your dirt worth? It's all kind of books on here. Right? How much is your dirt worth? For this, I got this one. 40 questions before the first date and Before the Butterflies. Them ones I got. She got the mentor tab on there. Right? Go to rhondagreen.com. That's the book right there I was talking about. Hey, Rhonda.
Yes.
Look, my book look different from that.
That's an AI cover.
Oh, that's oh, she said that's an AI cover. Okay.
Yes. And you have the other book too. I think you ordered that about a year ago when I first published it.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't be reading. All right. So, and then this the other book right here, Before the Butterflies. It's a download. It's a digital download, right? And then that other book about the dirt worth. I don't know. Go check it out, runthegreen.com. I'm going to pin to the top of the chat. That ain't why y'all came here. Y'all came here to talk about price action. Pin to the top of the chat. Rhonda, get off my screen. Yeah, let me share my screen inside Zoom because they be crying. They be, Tim, the candles look blurry. Share it through Zoom. Don't share it through Streamlabs OBS. It's blurry. Screens. Share. Whoop. All right, so now I'm sharing the screen everywhere. Didn't learn to share. Will, Kim, he said he be lurking. We got Felicia. We got Liquidity 4X. We got, I know we got Rhonda here. I can't see the Zoom right now. We got Jim. We got light skinned Deborah here. We got Marco. We got Steve. We got Valentine. We got G Ferg. We got Joe. You know what I'm saying? It's on and popping, man. Do me a favor. Hit a like for the algorithm. And if you ain't subscribed to the channel, what is you doing, man? What is you doing? Let's get ourselves together. Let's get our bearings together. I did not update my chart. I've been very busy today, right? Oh, man. Gang. I meant to share this with y'all. Hey, look here, man. This is what I do. Gang know how I do. If y'all came here looking for some signals and think y'all finna get some trades just off the rip, y'all ain't getting no trades at all. But gang, y'all know I updated my setup, right? I updated my trading desk. I just added a clock today. I added a clock. I'm proud of my clock. I know I did the video tour of it, right? But I want to show y'all. I want to show y'all this right here. I'm gonna show y'all the picture. I took a picture earlier today. Maybe later. Boom. Main chat. Boom. How you like me now? How you like me now? That's my new setup right there. You hear me? You feel me? That's my new setup. I just noticed my monitor was crooked on this picture. Y'all already know I straightened that up. This monitor over here, see how it's like leaning down a little bit? It was because when I was up there putting my clock up, I probably bumped that to lean it down. And then I already fixed it. But I see when I took this picture, it hadn't been fixed yet. But y'all don't see dirty down there. That's my brother that passed away on the water bottle and on the Rice Krispies treat. Is the custom made Rice Krispies treat wrapper and a custom water. Y'all don't see him over there holding it down with the chopper style. He got a chopper on that side, and then he got the sniper rifle on that side over there holding it down in case they want to come through, try to make a fuss. This ain't what you want. That's what Water told him. This ain't what you want. But that's my setup right there, man. That's my new setup. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Running dual 32-inch curved screens. I got the Panda over here in the corner. You know what I'm saying? I call it the Panda because it's all white with like a few black accents. That's how my new system look. It's all white. Got a white GPU, white air cooler, white RAM with RGB lights. Got it's just a few black cables in there. Whole white case, the whole case white, right? So I call it the Panda, right? My son got one. He called his the Ghost. It's crazy because mine should have been called the Ghost because mine all white and his is really black and white because he got a black GPU in his. He got a black AIO cooler in his. But I got a white AIO cooler and a white graphics card. And I call mine the Panda. He called his the Ghost. Right? But that's my new setup right there, man. Y'all see it. And that's my very expensive camera that I use for these setups right here. Very expensive camera that I use for these setups. And that's my little fan over there. Right, that's my little fan there. All right, enough sharing. All right, what y'all think about my new setup? Y'all like my new setup? Y'all like my new setup? Do y'all like my new setup?
It's nice.
That was very convincing. That was very convincing. Mm, mm, mm.
Wow, that's so nice.
Now I feel my wife pain. My wife be like, when I be happy about stuff, I be needing you to give me the reaction. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel a pain now. Now I get it. Now I get it. For those who don't know what I'm doing, I'm marking out yesterday's high, yesterday's low, and yesterday's dealing range. I'm just setting everything up. All right? That's what I'm doing. Do we have a new day opening gap? Gap. Is there a difference in there? We closed at 1625 and we opened at 1625. So no new day opening gap for today. In the case when there's no new day opening gap, what I like to do is I just get a horizontal ray and put no gap. Right? I get a horizontal ray and I put no gap because I still want to know that opening price. Why is that? Because the algorithm operates off of the open, high, low, and close. Right? And you may say, Tim, oh why are you marking it as the 25th? Because the new day opening gap is for the next trading day. And in the futures, I'm talking kind of low. The new day opening gap is for the next trading day, and the futures start trading at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you will see the date for today when you're looking at your clock or your calendar, but it's actually for the 25th. If you hover over that day, see it says the 25th. And that is why I have it marked for the 25th. So that's 2. We opened up at 25,016.25, closed at 25,016.25, 25,016.25. Boop.
So Tim, you
Yes.
for the oh, dealing range open at the high and the low is only for the previous day, correct? That you putting on there, that you monitoring it.
Yeah, what I'm marking out here, that's just for the prior date. I haven't gone in and looked at, hey, what's the dealing range we're in. I always want to see yesterday's dealing range. As long as we're trading inside yesterday's dealing range, that's what I'm focusing on. Yesterday's dealing range. But keeping in mind where we are in conjunction with the overall dealing range that we're in.
Which is the high time frame dealing range.
Yes. Right. So right now, when we look at price, if we squanch up the chart, right, for our 20-day look back, right? Remember we said this was our 20-day look back right here. That's the highest high, that's the lowest low. We're still down here in a discount of that range. Okay. So if we look at our 20-day, look at our 20-day look back, this is the current dealing range that we're in the short term, meaning 20 days back, right? If it looks back 20, 40, 60 days back, we're still resting down here in a discount of our overall dealing range, our 20-day IP to look back. All right. Then when we look at the latest expansion that we're in from here to here, all right, we go from there to there, right? That there. Okay. Let me hide this for a second. Where is it? Previous day, right? Okay. When we look at that range right there, we're right there around equilibrium, right? And as you see, we have just been consolidating right there at equilibrium. Where does price tend to consolidate? At fair value. Where is fair value? Right there at 50% of the dealing range. Halfway in between the highest high and lowest low of the dealing range is equilibrium. And if I put that on the right high right there, we can see that we have been consolidating right there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, right? We've been consolidating there for 5 days. We expanded down, created the range, right? Price came down there. So this is when we created the range there. So we're watching or monitoring that range in the sense of this, right? So we're looking for opportunities from this day forward, right there, starting at February 18th forward. But that's when we created the range, and we have just been consolidating right there. And we know that we've just been consolidating because excuse me, because the algorithm has been slap people upside their head, slap people upside their head, been sending folk to the reset line, right? We've been going up, down, up, down, up, down, been Christmas tree trading, and it's evident here on the daily time frame. I say Christmas tree trading because it's green, red, green, red, green. See what I'm saying? Just red, green, red, green, red, green, red, counters back to back to back to back. They call that Christmas tree trading, right? Consolidating, high resistance liquidity runs, right? And that's what we've been experiencing. Everything that we talk about, we say, hey, when price consolidates, that tends to create high resistance liquidity run conditions. When we have divergence in between the indexes, that tends to create high resistance liquidity run conditions, right? And we have been noticing this to be very true, right? Price has been very, very high resistance. Very, very volatile and having high resistance conditions, right? Right. Okay. So this is the, I'll say, shorter time frame dealing range that we're in. And this is the short term, right, dealing range that we're in, because this is our 20-day look back, highest high and lowest low. All right. And so we can see here that the algorithm is operating within this dealing range right now, and it has been doing so since February 18th. Again, how do we know that? Because we've been consolidating right here around equilibrium from the February 11th high down to the February 17th low. So from that high to that low, we've just been consolidating at equilibrium, and we know that price tends to consolidate at the halfway point of the dealing range that the algorithm is operating in at the present moment. Okay, so that's how you know this is where the algorithm has been working for these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, right? For the past 5 days, that's what the algorithm has been operating in between that high of 25,465 and a quarter and the low of 24,449 and a quarter, which is last week's low, that second number that I gave you. Okay, right? So right now we're in a very slight premium of the overall dealing range that the algorithm is working in. For our 20-day look back, we are in a extreme discount, right? Because if we come over here and turn our 20-day look back on, right? That low, we're in a discount, right? Anything at the 25 at the lower quadrant or lower is extreme discount. Anything below the equilibrium is discount. So we're in a discount on our 20-day look back, right? And we're at equilibrium of this shorter term dealing range that we're inside right there. Okay. And then we see here that we have this daily SIBI right there from the 12th. I think we marked that out before we did, right? The daily SIBI that we marked out there. We also had a suspension block that we marked out. So we've been working those PD arrays that we have been watching, right? We were watching those PD arrays because this right here was the first SIBI that was created as we came down. And this right here was the first suspension block that was created as we came down. And because we were in a deep discount here, right? Extreme discount here, watching to see if price wants to come back and create an inversion of these PD arrays, because this city is created in the discount of our 20-day look back, right? So we're not looking to just jump in and sell off of that, because it's a bearish fair value gap that's resting in the discount of the dealing range. All right, so watching to see if price wants to create an inversion fair value gap there. When it created the inversion fair value gap, we immediately came back down and traded back below it again. And then today we came back up, traded above it, but closed below consequent encroachment of it. Now, looking at today, right? This now, looking at yesterday, we did poke outside of the low, right? But we didn't really do it convincingly, as far as like having like an inside day. And we did the same thing today here. We did poke outside of the high, but we didn't do it convincingly. Like this right here, this is a clear inside day right here on Thursday, right? Because the whole candle is inside Wednesday's price action, right? But when you have days like this right here, it's a little bit trickier, because we're trading outside of the range, but then we're wicking back up and closing inside the range, right? Right? We're closing back inside of the range. And then over here, we didn't take out the low, we traded outside the range, but we quickly closed back inside the range, right? And so when we look at what price has done with the daily candles, right? We opened, we engaged sell side liquidity, and then we came back up and we engaged the buy side from this day, but taking out that high right there, right? That would give us a bullish Judas swing, right? That would give us a bullish Judas swing, because we opened, took out that high, that low, and then we traded back up, and we were on our way to that high, but we stopped right there, just at the high of the new week opening gap, and just at the low of that suspension block that we were watching, and then we dropped back down and closed inside of there, right? So right now, price is being supported by the lower quadrant of the 20-day look back. Is not showing a willingness to want to go down. Remember this order block, right? Remember we said when we offer this price, then we officially got an entire order block. But since the higher time frame is bullish, right, we're watching this down close candle to see if the algorithm wants to use it as a bullish order block. And right now we have been it has been supporting price, right? If we come here, change that to right there, it has been, that's mean threshold of that candle there, right? We come down, close there, just below mean threshold right there on the lower quadrant, right? Again, we sweep liquidity and we close right there on the lower quadrant. Then we come back and trade up into the suspension block, right? And then we close down, right? See, this is what I'm talking about. How you see how we pushed outside of this here? We did it like convincingly. Yeah, we closed close to the high, but we pushed convincingly outside of that candle, right? But like here, we wicked down but came back inside the candle, right? Not really convincing there, right? Had an inside day, but we traded back up to the SIBI this time, right? Close respecting mean threshold, right? Then we traded to the sell side and buy side, right? Then we came back and we traded down to the sell side. Then we came back and traded up to the buy side. But the whole time we've been respecting mean threshold of that candle there, right? So price is in a sell program for this 20-day look back, right? We're in a sell program for this 20-day look back, but it's being supported by this lower quadrant and that order block, right? And remember, we were watching this right here as a long-term low, right? a long-term low, and then we already said that technically this is already an intermediate term low technically, because you got a short-term low with a lower short-term low in the middle. But I just like to see price go up and take out that high, right, to let me know, yes, I'm really serious about that short term, that intermediate term low, because I'm getting up out of there, right? And I'm looking at that. I'll be looking at that as the low risk buy, right? That'll be the smart money reversal. That'll be the low risk buy, right? And then I'll look to participate off of a first stage of accumulation over here. All right. But we've just been kind of hanging out there, right? So since we've just been kind of hanging out there and not going down or not going up, right? It just makes me feel like the sale program is not quite finished yet, right? Because we're sitting here engineering so much liquidity, right? Does it mean that
We can't hear you very well.
I'm low?
Very low.
I thought it was just me.
All right, I'm sitting there running my mouth and ain't nobody said nothing. I thought it was just me. What lump it when you need him? Oh, hold on, man. Let me try to see if I can. Yeah, hold on for a second. Ain't nobody said nothing. All right. Check. How do I sound better now?
That's better.
So, because I'm talking at the same volume I was, so is it loud and clear now, or do I need to turn it up some more? Check.
I would turn
check.
it up some more because it was like you were going in and out.
Okay, going in and out. It might have been the noise gate then. Might have been my noise gate taking me out. I'll be having a noise gate on to kind of check. Mic check. How does that sound?
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Okay, I'm loud. Say again. I heard a second thing. I heard somebody say something.
Might have been my grandbaby.
Oh, that was your grandbaby. Oh, okay. All right. Don't be blaming it on the They said audio was good on YouTube. FYI. All right. Okay, y'all. If it start acting crazy, y'all jump in and let me know. All right. So, let me see here. I saw some. I need to show the times on these. How do you show? Let me see. I need to show the times on this right here because I don't know how long ago these comments was over there. Oh, that was at 7:34. I'm gonna have to steal your format of how you're using the object tree. Definitely better than switching layouts. Oh yeah, sounds good. Michelle, what's up, Michelle? When you pulled up in here, Michelle? All right, so YouTube, y'all is probably getting blown away right now because y'all was saying it was fine, and now Zoom, hopefully Zoom is good to go now. All right, so looking at what we've done this week. Oh, we already talked about that, right? We've come down Monday, took out liquidity, traded back up above this high. Taking out that high would give us a bullish Judy swing based off what the daily candles are doing, because right, this was the highest high and the lowest low inside this little piece of range right here, right? So we came down below that low, right? We didn't take out the weekly low, and then we traded back up. And if we take out that high, that'll be a bullish Judy swing. Now, if the sell program, like I said, we're in a sell program for the 20-day look back, and we're just hanging down here in a discount. If the sell program is not done manipulating sell side, right, we could very well poke above that weekly high and come back down. And then what would that give us? That would give us a wig snatcher, based off the fact that the daily went down, went up, then came back down, right? That'll be a wig snatcher. But since the sell program, if the sell program is still intact, remember, before you go down, what do you want to see? A manipulation of buy side. And if we come up, remember that high I was talking about? That's a weekly high. If we take out that weekly high, right, inside this sell program, what would be a reasonable target? The weekly low, because we're manipulating buy side in a sell program and then heading down to that weekly low, right? So you want to keep in mind what's going, but right now it's not giving us anything, right? This is all just speculation and respecting the order flow that's in place right now. The short-term order flow is bearish, right? The overall order flow is bullish. Okay, the overall order flow is bullish, but right now the short-term order flow is bearish. That's why we're saying, hey, if we take out that weekly high, we're not gonna get happy and say, oh, we finna blast off to the moon. No, you have to wait and see if the algorithm wants to continue down, because we've come down, set a low, traded back up to a premium, traded down, set relative equal lows, and started to consolidate, right? So now after this consolidation, if we pop up and hit that, then come back down, right? This right here, right? These relative equal lows are fair game. And that still, we can still take out that relative equal low with room to spare.
You went out again, Tim.
Well, that's on y'all. That's on.
Okay, you told us to jump in.
Let me see some. Let me find. Hold on. Let me find this other software for the cause I can't remember. Wait a minute. It might be Zoom. Zoom might be set to automatically. Cause Zoom, like, it's some of these softwares be set to automatically adjust the volume. Hold on. We ain't even got to read in no charts yet. All we've been doing is studying the price. It don't look like price doing much of nothing anyway. Where's my settings? All right, audio settings. All right, spatial audio, say output, maxed out, input volume. Oh, what an input. Oh, automatically adjust my mic volume. Boop, turn it off. Right, turn this up here. Okay, what I sound like now?
Wow, yes.
Is it really loud?
Yeah.
Now I probably need to turn this off. Now I need to turn these filters back down. All right, let me do this right here. Let me turn these filters back down. All right, mic check, mic check. That's still really loud. I can see it peaking over there. Edit this. I can see it peaking over there. All right, mic check, mic check. Okay. So do I still sound good to Zoom?
Yeah.
All right. Do I still sound good to YouTube?
Yeah.
All right. Do I still sound good to YouTube? Okay, YouTube, I just unmuted and YouTube sound good. YouTube sound clear. That's what it was. Zoom was set to automatically update my mic sound, and the input was like really low. So that's why it kept dropping off like that. Okay. So now We should be good now. Shouldn't have no issues. Okay. All right. Now that we done spent all day on the daily time frame and looking at what price got to go in zone, now we have our we got our daily high, daily low set. All right, let me move it over here. Put it there. Let me turn my 20-day look back off. Don't need that on. 20-day look back off. This is our, that's the current, that's the previous day range. I'm going to turn the civvies off because there's too much going on. It's hurting my eyes right now. So turn off the suspension block, turn off the civvy. Oh, that's no gap. All right, that's no gap. Put this 12 o'clock over here somewhere. Oh, that's good there. And, oh, got our weekly high up there. Yeah, let me anchor this to the right candle, and then we'll go in and we'll look at what we don't have a new day opening gap. We don't have a new day opening gap. So when you have a new day opening gap, right? Whenever you have a new day opening gap, wait a minute, right there. All right, now I can lock that. Okay, whenever you have a new day opening gap, right? What the first thing you want to watch for when you have a new day opening gap, you want to, let's do this first. Let's come here. And so we're going to set up our time windows, right? For the Asian, right? So for the Asian, you want to understand like the time windows for the Asian. So for the Asian session, right? 6 o'clock, that's the pregame. That's like the pre-market for the New York session, right? And then we got 7 to 9. This is your sweet spot, right? The 7 to 9 is your sweet spot. This is when 7 o'clock is when the buy and sell programs turn on, right? 7 o'clock is when the buy and sell programs turn on for the Asian session, right? And then you have the first hour and a half of the true Asian session, called the Asian, starts at 8 o'clock. The Asian starts at 8 o'clock. I don't know why I got that. That's it. There. So the Asian actually starts at 8. Right there. And then, so from 8 to 9:30, that's your first hour and a half during the Asian. All right. So, Tim, what good is that? Right? I'm gonna tell you what good that is, right? So now, this is your pre-market, right? So when you're looking at your pre-market, right, preferably you would like to see your range set up in that first 30 minutes of the open, right? And what you will be looking for in that first 30 minutes is, let me mark it out and then I'll talk about it. Buy side opening range. Let's put opening range PM, right? That's the highest high from 6 to 6:30. And this right here is the lowest low from 6 to 6:30. So what I did, I just went and put it on 30-minute candles so I could pick this out relatively quickly, right? Now, you would prefer, right, price to do a certain thing before 6:30. All right, so now let's go down. I'm just going to drop down to like 1 minute charts, right? So you will want to see price exactly what it did today. All right. If we don't have a new day opening gap, right? We don't have a new day opening gap, but this is the opening price. All right. So you want to see, you prefer to see it happen between 6 and 6:30. It doesn't have to, but you prefer to see it happen during then. But if it doesn't happen between 6 and 6:30, then I've also looked for it to happen before 7 o'clock, right? I give it all the way up until 7 o'clock to do what I'm about to talk about, right? So between 6 and 6:30, all the way up to 7 o'clock, you want to see price open up, right? Trade away from the new day opening gap or the opening price if there's no gap. When it trades away, you want to see it engage liquidity. It did. You want to see it cross back over the new day opening gap and engage liquidity, which it did, right? Once it does that, that's your initial buy side. That's your initial sell side. Then you want to wait until 7 o'clock, right? Then you want to wait until 7 o'clock. And at 7 o'clock, you want to see how price interacts with your initial buy side and initial sell side. Okay. Is it showing a willingness to continue based off what it's done, or is it showing a willingness to reverse based off what it's done? All right. And don't forget, narrative plays a part in everything. Okay. So yesterday's why is that not right? Hold on. That's not right. That's right. Okay. All right. So yesterday's range is a bullish dealing range. Okay. It's a bullish dealing range. We was here. Remember we was talking about we were in a bearish dealing range. We was talking about price yesterday when we was tape reading. Right. And then when Tuesday's price opened up, right? What do? We created a bullish dealing range. Okay. We swept sell side, came up, we swept buy side, we got a bullish dealing range, right? So price was in a buy program. Okay. We came up, came down, traded up, right? All day long. We were just moving up. Treated all this right here as a balanced price range, right? Because once we got up here, price refused to come back down, right? Refused. We set these relative equal lows, but we just continued to go up, right? Traded back down, right? And then now, right, we've been creating relative equal highs, right? And refusing to take out that low right there. We haven't been taking out that low. That low has been protected throughout the day. Okay. And now we've set relative equal highs. We come down here. Did we swipe that low right there? Let's see. Right, this low right. Yep, we swiped that low right there. Did not take that one out. So we took out this low here. We dropped down, took out that low right there. And then we that's the low that we swept on our 6:30 open, traded back up, swiped that high, right? And so now we've been from our open, we've been in a buy program. Okay. From our yesterday trading, we were in a buy program. All right. And then from the open, right, price has been in a buy program. Okay. And then look like we just now we're about to extend the buy program right now. All right. Let me mark that out. All right. We're about to extend the buy program. Right. Nope, not yet. Here. The high. The daily high will be extending the buy program. All right. That's just a relative equal high. So if we take the daily high, that'll be extending this bullish dealing range. Right. That'll be extending this bullish dealing range because this is our way over there. What's that? Negative 45. All right. So, because our lowest low and our highest high, and then if we poke above that high, we're extending this bullish dealer range. All right. So, with the understanding sentiment, price opened up, traded down, crossed over, took out buy side, right? Created a bullish dealer range, created a bullish Judas swing, right? Came down, extended the bullish dealer range up, right? We extended the bullish dealer range up. Then 7 o'clock came here, right? We came in at 7 o'clock. This is our highest high and lowest low in that first 30 minutes, right? That's the highest high and lowest low in the first 30 minutes based off what price has done up into here, right? We can see that's our V shape there. Trap traders down here, right? Because we're extending this buy program. We created a bullish Judas swing, and we created the bullish Judas swing, traded back down to a discount, and extended the buy program, right? So now there to there was our range. We extended it out. Trap traders down here. So now we come from here when we're leaving this area there, right? Then we continue up. All right. So now we're looking, right? Right. That's from there to there, looking for reasons to trade inside of this range right here. Why? Because this is when we left this balanced price range, right? There's your order block from when we're leaving this balanced price range, right? That's the highest high right there. Then we come into 7 o'clock, right? And remember, we're watching our levels. We're in a buy program. So since we're in a buy program, in this case, you don't want to see price come all the way back down here, right? We've established a buy program, right? And we want to see this balanced price range support price. So coming into 7 o'clock, when the buy and sell program start, right? Price comes back down, right? Back down to the high. Okay, we come down to the high, trade below that liquidity there. We push back up, right? Up to the upper quadrant of our latest expansion, right? So we come down to a discount, take out liquidity, trade back up, right? To our upper quadrant right there, take out liquidity. Okay, then we drop down here, right? Come back down to our lower quadrant, down into our order block there, right? So now where are we? We're in a discount of our latest expansion leg, right? We come up, we drop down into the order block, right? Right here at our balanced price range. Price rockets back up, right? Breaking market structure there. Okay, we're leaving this area now. So now we've, right, all of this right here is a balanced price range there. As we extend out, right, this is when we're leaving that area. This is our high, right? Come down there to our order block. When we leave that area right there, we have a bullish fair value gap, bullish order block in the discount of our latest expansion of this dealing range. Price trades back down into the order block, back down to the lower quadrant, right? Then trades up, takes out that high there, right? Very close to that high. So now you're watching, we want to see this act as support right there. All right.
Sounding far away from me.
Say again.
You were sounding a little far away.
You say I started sounding far away?
Yes, that's better.
Maybe when I be looking up, I don't know. I can't lift my mic up, so I'll try to remember to just talk loud. All right, so that's where we are now in price. Looking at what price has done through all the technical difficulties and all the other stuff. We didn't get a chance to like study it in real time, but that's the stuff you're looking for based off of the time and price, right? You're looking at certain time windows, right? From 6 to 7. That's your pre-market, if you will. You're just looking for price to establish something, and what you want to see is price trading away from the gap, taking liquidity, cross over the gap, take liquidity. It really don't matter which way it trade. Right now, if you understand, okay, we're in a buy program and you see it set up a bullish Judas swing, that helps you trust your areas to buy quicker. Like when it comes back down into this fair value gap in this order block, that can help you trust to buy that because you're already aware that we're in a buy program. We manipulated sell side first, got a bullish Judas swing, and then went into a buy program. So now when 7 o'clock start, you're looking for a manipulation of sell side. And once you get that manipulation of sell side, you're looking to buy, right? Based off of something that was established in your opening range, engaging with the liquidity, the PD arrays that was established in your opening range, right? And if you not in tune with it, you missed that. We'll talk about, you can see balanced price range retracement back down into a discount of the latest expansion leg of that dealing range. All right, I was about to mark that out, but we've come back down and traded into it there. Right now it's supporting price. I said we're looking for this to support price. Got a retracement back into it. We're getting ready to go into 8 o'clock. So let's see if we come back to it and go, or if 8 o'clock just pushes us up into the buy side. All right. Where's my, come on, click it. Bullish fair value gap. This is a suspension block. I'm sorry if I got the candles like really small for y'all, but I was just trying to get like the overall narrative. Right, this is a suspension block. We're inside the macro time and we're getting ready to go into a new hour. It's 8 o'clock now. We just went into the new hour. Is that a, wait a minute, it might not be. We closed 56.50 and we open, nope, not a suspension block, just a fair value gap. It don't matter because there's no wick. All right, so we're coming back down to it again at the 8 o'clock. So let's see how far of a manipulation we do. We just dropped below that low, traded back into the bullish fair value gap from 747. Got target. Let me lock this. That's locked in place. That's locked in place. All right. Make these bigger so that for those who don't understand what they are, making those times bigger. These are the times that you want to understand about the Asian session, right? This is like, we just gonna call, this ain't really what it's called, but we just gonna call it that. We just gonna call it pre-market. This ain't what it's called, but you know, we want to treat that as like the pre-market for the New York session. And then this is just your first 30, or this your first hour and a half, your first 90 minutes, right, of the Asian session, because the Asian session starts at 8 o'clock, right? And So, and there you go. And there you go. Come on, man. Do me a favor, hit a like for the algorithm. Do me a favor, hit a like. Y'all should hit a like for the algorithm based off that now. Based off, y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. Based off that, y'all should be hitting a like for the algorithm. All right, so there's the all right. Yeah, y'all seen it. That y'all heard me say it, but while I was talking, I said we want to see that support price. And then Rhonda said, you coming in low. I fixed my mic. Then I went back, I said, let me mark this out. Marked it out. We traded back down into it. I said, we getting ready to go into 8 o'clock. Let's see if it revisited again or if we just take straight off. 8 o'clock came below the low. And then, what did it do? What did it do? Hold on. Let me come over here and tell y'all what it did. Let me tell y'all what it did. Hold on. I usually have this open. I'm slipping. I usually have this open, but I'm slipping. And my thing ain't typing right. Come on, man. Playing with me. I don't want to do it no more now. It done took too long. What happened when it hit that fair value gap after 8 o'clock? Pay-yow! I know that wasn't low. All right, so I know we didn't get a chance to really watch price the entire time from 7 to 8, but we got a chance to break down exactly what you're looking for during the Asian session, right? And then we got an opportunity to talk about something and see it play out in real time, right? That's what we've been talking about, looking at the signatures, right? We've been talking about looking at the signatures. And so we were able to identify, let's go through now and identify what signatures it was in case anybody is not understanding what we was looking at, okay? So we didn't get a chance to talk about the entire thing, but right here we have consolidation, expansion, reversal, retracement, delivery, right? That's IPTA, the way that IPTA delivers price. That's one thing that we saw there, right? Now, what else did we look at? All right, we saw price established a range, right? Engage with liquidity, give you a signature of what it wants to do, and then deliver, right? When we talk, that's no one concept, but that's what we always want to do. Let it establish a range, engage with liquidity, and then look for signatures for a way to participate. All right. Coming into 7 o'clock, right? We have our pre-market here. We established our range in pre-market. We wait until 7 o'clock, and then once 7 o'clock came in, what did we see? We saw evidence of institutional sponsorship. Tim, how do we do that here at 7 o'clock? Consolidating here, we make a move to a discount, right? When we make the move to the discount, we left, right, buy side liquidity in the market. We have a high there, right? That was established after we created our range and we extended our dealing range here. So now looking at our latest expansion of the dealing range, price made a move to the discount. Not only did it move to the discount, it engaged sell side liquidity, right? And then right, remember we look for that pay-out, right? Once we make the pay-out, what did we say? Trap traders, balanced price range, right? And inside this range here, we retrace back down to a discount, institutional sponsorship. Since we have institutional sponsorship, this order block should price. Stop it from going down into this balanced price range because we have trap traders, right? From the order block to there, our latest expansion of the dealing range, we move back down to a discount into the order block. Once we hit the order block, bam, we extend it up again. And this is when we started watching it in real time. Say, hey, we want this area there to support price, right? Marked out the fair value gap. We want to see support price. Price traded up. Say, hey, we're going into a new hourly candle, right? We want to see if we immediately attack the buy side or will we revisit the fair value gap once again. Revisited the fair value gap once again, took out liquidity. So what are we doing? We're coming into a new hour. We manipulate sell side. Boom! Going to the buy side. Those are all the signatures that we saw in real time and identified in hindsight based off of what you want to see during the Asian session based off of time and price. I yield my time. Gang, gang. Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions?
No, that was beautiful.
Well, thank you. Thank you for telling me that is beautiful. Hey, y'all do me a favor. Hit a like for the algorithm. If you're not subscribed to the channel. Look at E-Rock out there in the chat. I know that's E-Rock because of what the name say. Guess what the name say? Somebody guess what the name say. And how I know that is E-Rock. Deborah, guess what the name say? What you think E-Rock name say? Don't cheat and try to go look at YouTube.
Dang.
Can y'all see the screen right there? Y'all see what that say right there? Can y'all see what that say right there? Let me see if I can blow it up. I can't blow it up. I'll try to see if I can blow it up, but it won't let me blow it up. It won't let me blow it up. It says Sexy Caramel 33. I know that's E-Rock. I know it is. Ain't nobody else coming through with the Sexy Caramel 33 but E-Rock. Anybody in YouTube got any questions? Anybody in YouTube have any questions? I don't see anything. It's me. I played hooky from the gym again. Glad I got to see you live. I went to the gym. I went to the gym earlier. I appreciate that, Monica. Monica, I be seeing you show me love on YouTube. I be seeing you show me love on YouTube. You be like, thanks for this, Tim. Thanks for this, Tim. You don't see her comment? Uh-oh. She must be a spam bot. Hit Learn and Share says she can't see your comments. Put it on live chat. Like, that's how I got to put it on live chat to see your comments. Hit Learn and Share. So put it on live chat. Because if I don't put it on live chat, I can't see your comments either. All right, man. I don't see anything in the chat. Nobody inside the gang is asking any questions. So we're gonna go ahead and call it there. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yes, tomorrow is Wednesday. So the tape reading session is going to be at 9 a.m. from 9 to 10. I typically try to start right at 9, but I'll be having to take my son to school, and sometime it'd be like 9-ish. All right. So we're going to be right here. Same bat channel, different bat time, 9 a.m. or 9-ish Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to go until 10 a.m. Hopefully y'all was able to glean something from tonight's price action, remember, it's not just about trying to trade the patterns that you saw today. Remember what we're looking for the Asian session. And you can transfer this over to the New York session called time and prices fractal. You're looking for a very specific criteria. You want to see it open for the Asian. You want to see it trade away from the opening gap or the opening price if there's no gap. You want to see it cross over the gap. When it trades away, you want it to take liquidity. When it crosses over, you want it to take liquidity. That's your initial range. That's your initial high, your initial low. Wait until 7 o'clock, right? Once 7 o'clock hits, right? Now you want to see 7 o'clock, see how it engages with your initial buy side or initial sell side. If you're in a buy program, right, and your opening range sets up a bullish scenario like it did tonight, a bullish Judas swing, you don't want to see 7 o'clock invalidating that. If it hasn't set up a bullish dealing range or set up a bullish Judas swing, then 7 o'clock, if it goes in and sweeps the sell side first, you're anticipating that to be the manipulation. If it's already set up, now you don't want to see it become invalidated, and you want to see it confirm like it did tonight. It confirmed the buy program, and then it offered an opportunity to trade. It offered 2 opportunities to trade, and I'm looking at the chart now, and it's still continuing. Because if you look at what we've done now, we came back down into that order block. When was that order block created? It was created during a macro time. This is the 8 p.m. candle, right? Right here on this 808 candle, boom, like a 808, right? We retraced back down into that order block, and then we continued up. It's still respecting the buy program, right? If you didn't get an opportunity to buy off of this 747, glide like a 747. If you didn't get a chance to buy off that 747 fair value gap, like we were like, hey, we want to see this support price, buying off that order block, even buying off of that 802 fair value gap, because the way Michael teaches it, if you're trading this fair value gap, your stop loss would be there, and that right there is really not a good risk to reward right there, but it's still, you know what I'm saying, moved in your favor, right? And if you got in here and had your stop down there, you would really be wanting to see price stay supported right here, right? Because you're like, hey, that's not a good risk to reward. I really need this to be going, right? But it's still respecting the buy program, right? Still respecting the buy program. Okay. All right, man. I'll see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock right here. Hey, I hit the wrong thing. I'll see y'all in the morning, man, at 9 o'clock right here. If this was your first time tuning into Tim's Tidbits, I like to say welcome, and I like to say thank you. And I do not know where my Zoom went. Okay, there it is. If it's not your first time tuning in, I still want to say thank you. Again, hope you got something out of this. Do me a favor one more time. Hit like for the algorithm. If you have not, subscribe to the channel. If you're not, share this with a friend and tell a friend about it. We're going to be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to do tape reading during the New York morning session. Yeah, man. Till the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts on this thing that we call price action. It's your boy, Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. That should be big spot if you do hablo español, man. Y'all be safe out in these trading streets, man. Gone. Yeah.